But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Stop it! I can't breathe. Stop it! Stop whining. Stop whining.
Quiet. Hello, cutie pie.
How are you?
It's not a tumor.
And with that, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. That was really loud, Anthony.
All right, let me try to adjust any of this. Go ahead.
How does this sound?
It's a little.
Sounds perfect in my headphones.
Try it again.
This sounds perfect in my headphones.
Okay. The thing that was supposed to just mix my mic into the whole thing mixes Opie's mic, makes it louder. So I turn the mix up. Let me turn this up.
Well, they're going to be fine-tuning the next couple days, Anthony.
Go ahead. I'd be in a much better fuck-ass mood if I didn't just get in. What? Yeah, this is fantastic. I know it's going to take fine-tuning, and I'm not going to be an asshole and say, why the fuck isn't it all set up and sounding just dandy on, minute 1 of us being back here, but I just got my ears blown out by Opie. That was great. Isn't one of these things supposed to adjust my mic, and one is supposed to adjust everything else? The one that adjusts my mic just cranked Opie so loud my fucking ears are bleeding. And the one that adjusts the mix, I don't know what it does. Thank you. Thank you. 40 minutes on the fucking expressway.
We're going to get into everything in a second.
That's really loud. Opie is completely blasting my ears out.
I'm scared to talk. Anthony might turn around and go home. He might turn around and go home. All right, he's taking his headphones off.
You try the headphones for a while.
I'll tell you what, Anthony Koeman is not happy.
Koeman.
All right, well, here's the deal. Let me do the big setup here. It's the Opie and Anthony program. We're back live in New York for the first time in about, 2.5 weeks, I think.
Right.
We went on a 2-week vacation, and then first 2 days back, we did Boston. And now,
fun up in Boston.
Now we're back home here in New York City in our brand new studio. It's been brand new since we started, but they came in with a whole crew.
Yeah.
And fixed all the problems, Anthony.
Yeah. Okay. Now I hear you really loud, and I barely hear me at all through the headphones. Jimmy, could you talk?
Hi, Ant. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I hear this kind of weird, too. It doesn't
barely
sound
hear
right
you.
to me.
No, You want to trade? Here, look at this.
All right.
Here it is. Talk into your headphones.
Hey. Wow.
Hi, Opie.
Hi, Ope. How you doing?
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, it's completely different volumes. Well, I started moving this around. Does this help at all when I do this?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't
Talk.
know what you're doing.
Anything?
I don't know what that is. What?
Nothing changed, right?
I can't tell. You sound like you got a little louder.
I did?
Yeah.
Huh.
You're blasting. I barely hear me.
I feel like I'm underwater.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm underwater to myself.
Well, the sound thing you can get over after a while. You kind of get used to it, depending on different things. But volume is, volume. It's. I hear Opie very loud. I barely hear me.
Well,
so it's pretty much the exact same situation as before I fucking left.
Well, I think
exactly the same. Everything's fucking loud. I can't hear me worth of shit. Thank you. 2.5 fucking weeks. Unbelievable.
This only happens to Anthony maybe 3 times a year, so sit back and enjoy this one, folks.
That cock fucking Long Island Expressway.
There's only like 3 times a year where I'm in a good mood and Anthony's miserable.
Holy shit. I swear to God I need a drink.
All right, well, here's the deal. So we're back at our home studio, and where I sit, everything looks great. I got to tell you, everything looks great. The volume in my headphones.
Oh,
perfect for me.
Sounds great in my headphones. I mean.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I wish I sounded like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they'll fix it.
Let me try one of these.
Stop whining.
Perfect. See?
Stop whining.
That was so, like, silky smooth in my ears. It's beautiful.
Giving that to me.
Stop whining.
Ah, it's perfect.
Whining.
Yeah, stop whining, Anthony.
Stop whining.
It's not about you, douchebag.
I can't help it. And then I turn the one that's supposed to turn my mic up. I have 2 little knobs by me now. I used to only have 1 knob open. Did you know that? I had 1 knob here for my headphone.
Well, I got 2 knobs, too.
Now I got 2 knobs. One is supposed to adjust everything.
I got 2 knobs. One's named Jim and one's named Anthony.
A knob. I'm a nab. And then the other knob is just supposed to turn my mic up. And when I turn it up, you get to the point where my ears will drip blood by the end of the show. And I just maybe get distorted or something. I can't tell, but it doesn't go up.
Well, that's why they're here. They're going to fine-tune everything. They recoded everything. They made my board bigger so I don't have to do things to... Remember when, like, stuff wouldn't play on the air because I had to do different things on the board?
I do remember.
That I forgot?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all set and nice in front of me.
Oh, my God.
My phones are over here so I can look at you still and end screen calls at the same time. Are you all right, pal?
No. I'm so aggravated.
I was a little nervous because Anthony just arrived. And which is fine, obviously, but I knew today would be one of those days to begin with because we're trying out the equipment for the first time. So at any given moment, someone could have a problem and lose their mind.
Right.
But you were already going into this situation really, really pissed off. So I knew this was just a recipe for disaster.
Yes, absolutely. My goddamn alarm didn't have any volume. Didn't have any volume. I don't know what the reason is, or why, or how, or whose. I had no time to diagnose that fucking problem this morning. But all I know is I woke up, and it was 6:15. An hour after I usually get up. Now, when you wake up maybe 10 minutes late, you pretty much have a shot. Right?
Yeah.
10 minutes. You shave off some edges.
Well, you figure something you don't need to do. I don't need to brush my teeth. Screw it.
I'll brush the teeth.
Well, but I'm just saying.
I got dressed in record time and flew out the door. I mean, record time. But it's an hour. Dude, it's an hour late that you woke up. So there's really no shot at making it on time.
And to put it in perspective, Anthony is here by 6.
Yeah,
so he woke up at 6:15.
Oh,
and he still has to commute. He doesn't live in the city. Yeah. I live in the city. I live 14 blocks away. Anthony has to commute like 20 miles, which in New York is just death.
But here it is also. An hour late. If I woke up an hour later and let's say my commute time was going to be exactly the same as it was, still wouldn't be that big a problem. I leave the house at 20 after 6. I'm in 20 minutes later. Gives me, 20 minutes to hang out before the show starts. But that isn't the way things work here in the big city, the Big Apple, New York City. Every minute that ticks by, the traffic gets worse and worse, and worse and worse and worse. So you wake up an hour later, forget about it. When I get up, it's pretty much smooth sailing. When we used to start at 6, remember the olden days?
Sure.
There was nobody on the road. I could do 80 miles an hour the entire way into work.
And get here within 15, 20 minutes.
I've gotten here in 15. It's usually 20 minutes. Now that we start at 7, I could get here in 20, 25 minutes, which is fine. I really have no problem with the commute at that hour. No, when you wake up an hour late, no. Bumper to bumper on Death's Highway, the Long Island Expressway. I wish I could just call in an airstrike on that road and just watch A-10s come down and firebomb that road. Oh, I'm stuck in traffic. Now I'm late, stuck in traffic that I'm usually not stuck in the morning. And I'm getting phone calls about what I'm going to do with my car. What do you want to do? I said, have somebody waiting out in front. I'm just going to jump out and run upstairs for the show. Who do you want to park your car? Poe, Steve, or Ben?
Wow. 3 really bad choices.
There's the choice.
3 horrendous choices.
Do I want the big, heavy, flaming boot on my gas pedal?
Right.
Or do I want Master Poe? I don't know. How does Master Poe drive? I don't know. Do I want Herky Jerky Ben? I don't think I've ever seen Ben drive.
No one
Does
has seen Ben drive.
Does he even have a license? I've never seen Ben drive. Come to think of it. Does he drive?
I really don't know.
He was an option, but I chose Steve.
I think you chose the best option.
Chose wisely. And then I've been sitting in the traffic. I'm waiting to go through the Midtown Tunnel, which is another nightmare. And I get a call from our own Eric. Could you meet Poe at the garage and he'll drive? Like, you don't know. Do you understand that? I'm going to have to skid to a stop at the door and run up here to make the show. There's no garage. And that's what I did. I skid to a stop. Steve hops in. I say, please tell the monkey at the garage to get me what?
The what?
They are. They're like
the
monkeys
what?
down there. They just, they grab a ticket. They swing to your car. They get something. They're mindless. That's what I mean. Don't try to make something of this that I don't mean. I don't know what they are. I call them monkeys. Like a monkey could do Eric's job over there.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. And Steve did a great job. I guess no scratches, dings, or dents.
Well,
Steve?
let's find out how the ride was.
Thank
the
you.
ride to the garage was. I'm sure he had to move the seat way back.
Probably.
Did he have to move his seat way back? Because
a little bit. I tried.
Anthony's
not
a very
to touch
thin
it.
person these
No
days.
problem, Steve.
No, I love that car.
Isn't that
wow,
good?
that is fancy schmancy. That is great. No, there's no
Not
problem
even-
at all.
That's not even my car.
Oh no,
My chick's car. Mine is. That's another thing that's got me upset. My Escalade is got battery problems. I get back from vacation.
The car's less than 6 months old.
I know,
I was going to say less than a year old, but it's less than 6 months old.
dude. I'm livid.
What the hell happened to you?
I get up. I get home after vacation. I go to start it. Nothing. This happened once before in the parking garage. I just assumed one of the monkeys left the lights on or something. But no. I try to start it in my garage.
Maybe they're
nothing.
sick of hearing you call them monkeys and decided to do something about it.
Because I thought perhaps that was what happened. But it wasn't. It wasn't. I left it in my garage at home. And dead battery. So now I got to drive my girlfriend's car around, and mine, I got to get it fixed, I guess. I don't know. How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't know how to do stuff like that. Are you kidding
How do
me?
you do that?
I had to mail something the other day. I didn't even know what a stamp cost.
You don't know what a stamp costs?
Well, now I know it's 37 cents.
37 cents.
I had to mail my birthday card to my nephew down in Florida, and I'm like, wow,
Your nephew, Frank.
I realized that I haven't mailed a letter in years.
No?
I haven't mailed a letter in years.
There's
And
no
I had
need to.
I had no idea how much a stamp costs.
There's no need to mail letters.
And I had like 35-cent stamps laying around. So when was it 35 cents?
I couldn't even tell you when they changed those things. I don't know.
So then I'm confused, and I'm at the post office, and I had to ask somebody, and they laughed at me.
Of course they did.
So then I had to get like 2-cent stamp, whatever. Well, like
You had to put the little stamp
yeah,
on there?
yeah.
Yeah, the useless
I don't
stamp.
know. I don't know stuff like that.
Did you get your taxes out?
I guess.
What?
Yeah, I signed something.
Didn't Bob send you a bunch of all those big envelopes?
Yeah, I guess I signed it.
The sign here. Don't you feel sometimes that you could just be getting yourself in a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
Because we just get these tax forms, and we're kept men. We're kept men by our agents and stuff. And there's these little tags on there that say, sign here. And do you look over anything?
No, of course
no,
not.
You just sign it, you pop it in the envelope.
Because the tax packet that we get is, I don't know, it's like 20, 30 pages thick,
30
right?
at least, yeah.
At least, and
there's a few of them.
who has time to read? So I just go where I have to sign, go to that page, and
Sign here.
I sign them all, and then you know what I do? I double check to make sure I signed everywhere I'm supposed to
Well,
sign.
I do that too. I don't want it coming back.
That's about it.
Yeah, we're real responsible. I double check my signature, make sure I've signed everything properly.
Anthony and I, we truly believe that we have the most trustworthy agent in the business, and they're all
better.
and they're all scumbags.
You know what?
Every single one of them is a scumbag. But we think we've picked the best one, and we've had him for a very long time.
But
and
don't you
and
think-
he's done right by us. But
You think
we don't
those
know.
Celebrities
We don't know.
that get the agents, and you read in the paper that they were ripped off for millions of bucks. Don't you think they trusted their agent?
Well, Billy Joel.
Completely.
Billy
Yeah.
Joel's a good example.
Look at that.
Billy Joel had, what, a family member, like his ex-wife's brother or, I don't know, somebody very very close to him, taking care of all his business affairs and took him for millions.
Yep, took him for
So what chance do we have?
None.
There are times that we get packets from our agent and we have to sign checks for people that I've never even met.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do they do for us?
I don't know what some of those names are. Like, oh, okay, I'll write a check out for that because Bob said so. Bob could have other IDs with those names on them.
Right.
I don't know. He's cashing those checks.
So anyway.
Yeah, well, I hope he's trustworthy.
Well, this is...
By the way, dinner with Bob next week.
Oh, you got
Wednesday.
that? You got that?
I talked to him last night.
You got that call?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, another fun... You want to come, Jimmy?
Well, Jimmy comes every once in a while.
To those dinner with Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, thrill?
Sure. Oh, yeah, it'd be great. It's fun.
Yeah.
So you calming down?
I'm trying. As I'm talking into this, it's making just this wacky muffled sound, and I don't know.
Well, they're going to fix everything, Anthony.
I just want it to sound like it did in Washington. Without ever having to go to Washington ever again.
I hate to tell you.
What?
But it sounds perfect in my headphones.
Yeah.
So
there's always been a problem.
So I think they're going to be able to fix you very easily. Yeah, they told me they're going to have
Real quick, let me hear you.
They're going to have to fine tune. They're going to have to fine tune everything.
So I know what good sounds like.
This is how I sound.
How about that? How about wow? You are loud.
Well, I have no.
Yeah.
You know, I've lost 20% of my hearing easily.
What?
Huh? What happened?
What? All right.
All right. So you're here.
Yeah, I'm here, calming down, trying to anyway.
Ed Schwartz is here.
Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of people.
He's the Rain Man that really recoded this whole place. They call it recoding or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know how anyone tested this mic though and heard this and went,
Can
it's a go.
Can we get Ed Schwartz on the air?
Go.
Because I walked in and this guy is the most sarcastic son of a bitch I've ever met in my life.
Oh, really?
And I love sarcasm.
Oh, boy.
He's forced to be here today.
He doesn't want to be here?
Well, he's a very, very busy man down in Washington.
Yeah, you know what I think, too? Washington is just this pristine, great, technologically advanced environment. And then he comes here, and it's probably like leaving and going to one of those Russian space stations from our plush palatial space stations.
Wait, he doesn't want to come on the air? We're not going to make fun of him.
Oh, he's not like that.
What's he doing?
He's the top. I mean, you guys got to understand when you're talking satellite radio and all that, the technology involved is ridiculous, and he's the top honcho.
He's the guy.
I mean, the stuff they have to do to get all these channels working and satellites up into space. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and he's the back daddy tech guy. So I walk in and Ed's like, "This should be really exciting." I'm like, "What?" This is the first live broadcast that I'm going to be listening to since I was in New York back in the 70s, listening to Bob and Ray.
Really?
Yeah. Basically saying, look, I hope everything works because I need to get back to Washington.
Yeah, I'm done
assholes.
here. I'm through with you tools.
But as dry as can be and as sarcastic as can be, he's abusing me. It's great. Yeah, this should be really exciting radio. Just like the time I listened and watched at the same time Bob and Ray. Bob and Ray is like two old-timers, right?
Oh, yeah. They're the Opie and Anthony of the 60s.
Jesus. So he won't come on the air? He's a very interesting cat.
He'll come in after he finishes fixing Anthony's problem.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From out there, yeah.
Could he jump on mine, too? Because do I sound good to you guys?
Yeah, you sound perfect. You guys all sound perfect to me in the headphones.
I sound horrible to me, like I'm underwater. I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
All right, well, they're going to adjust all this stuff.
Okay.
I have all the confidence in the world. They really ripped the whole damn place apart while we were gone.
I like that sound we got in Washington.
That's what I got for me. So
lucky you.
It doesn't sound as sharp, which means I feel like I can save some of my hearing in the next few years.
I sound like underwater.
Really?
Oh, wow, you do.
So muffled.
Yeah. It's awful.
All right, well, they'll work it out. That's why all the guys are here.
Yep, they didn't leave.
No, they didn't leave. They weren't stupid.
Bitching.
They weren't stupid.
Are we going to go to the phones at all?
Yeah, I want to try those out now.
See how they work?
Steve on Long Island. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. Hey, Sugar Tits.
How do we sound on the phones?
You guys sound fine.
Yeah.
Fine on the phones.
Thanks.
Cool.
And I can relate to your traffic problem, man. Yeah. I'm going east. I'm in Southampton. I took me 20 minutes to go a half a mile.
Yeah, it's just, well, everyone's got to deal with their traffic, but when you're in New York and you're on that Long Island Expressway, that is the worst traffic in the country.
It's
right
awful.
there. It is just the worst, and it puts you in a mood before you even get to where you're going.
It amazes me that they haven't figured out that problem. It just amazes me.
The thing is, I'm a postal worker, so pissing me off this early in the morning is not a fucking good thing.
You know those postal workers.
Yes, you do.
Uh-oh.
And especially when these ass-clown illegals cut over at the last minute, and there's 7 of them in a car like a clown car. You know, the only thing missing is fucking makeup.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Guys.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
All right.
It's funny because, I'm a suburb guy, big time. That road drove me nuts when we were doing afternoon. So we're not even commuting with the regular rush hour traffic, coming and going from New York City.
Nope.
It got so bad when Anthony and I were doing that commute thing, I had to give up.
Yeah, you gave up.
I gave up on where I really want to live, which is in the suburbs. I like the suburbs, you know? And I had to finally get a place in New York City. I just had to do it.
Had to
because
leave.
it was taking us an hour and a half each way. So that was 3 hours a day. And I know there's people out there like rolling their eyes like, that's nothing, pal. But we're talking, this is off-peak.
Yep.
Off-peak 3 hours a day commuting. That's before you even do your job.
Yeah, before anything. Before you get to the place that pisses you off, you're completely pissed off.
That's 15 hours a week.
Oh.
That you're in a car or, I would give up and then, try the train thing. And then I finally had to just give up altogether and just decide, well, I guess New York is a cool place to live. I'll make it work somehow. But then, doing the morning radio, Anthony figured he could live out there because, you got the easy commute in because no one's on the road yet.
Not on the road. It's relatively close to the city. It's not that bad. Instant feedback. Everybody checking in saying Jim sounds low. Anthony sounds lower than... Jim and Anthony sound lower. Opie's booming. Opie's the control freak. Jimmy and Ann sound like they're 5 feet from the mic. Opie's twice as loud as Anthony and Norton.
Wow, all right.
So that's the problem we have now.
I'm right on the mic, though. I'm talking real close.
Oh, yeah, me too. It doesn't matter, though.
Well, I just turned you guys up over here. Let's see what happens. But to me, in the headphones, everything, I'm not even, kidding. Everything sounds exactly the same. So
sounds awful on the headphones today.
Terrible.
Well, they're gonna adjust as we go.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little awkward today,
So
that'll be today's excuse.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
What you've had to do is pot us up on the board to the point where you can't move the faders anymore.
Yeah, well, I'll lower me.
Oh, brother.
I'll turn you guys up and let's see what that does.
There we go. Oh, hey.
Chad in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Chad.
How do the phones sound?
They sound good. You guys sound fine.
Good.
All right.
So
at least
maybe that's
taken
solved.
care of. Very good.
All right, go ahead, Chad.
I sound like crap, though. I've been sick all week. But,
Oh, what's the matter, Chad?
a little sore.
I don't care.
Jimmy had a rough
Who
weekend.
cares?
Just tell Ed to take his Bowler Escalade up to the dealership and get that thing fixed. They'll give you another Escalade to drive around for a week.
Yeah, sure they will. That's not
Yeah,
what
they
happens.
do.
That ain't what happens. I've had other problems, and they don't do that.
Really?
They bring it in. Bring it in and leave it there.
You spend all that money on that big piece, and they give you what, nothing?
Yeah,
All right, well,
believe me, I'm not happy about that whole situation.
That's too bad.
I'm not going to badmouth them because we'll probably get fired because it's all the same company.
Is it really?
And General Motors. They own a big chunk of this. And, XM's got huge deals with General Motors. But so, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I want it taken care of. That's all.
Maybe you could do what I did with my Dell problem. You go to somebody in the company, and they will kind of backdoor you into somebody who actually can help.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, because you don't deal with it through regular customer service.
I don't understand why a battery would go dead like that. This thing's supposed to have all these safety things in place where the battery cannot go dead. You can leave your lights on. You can shut your car off, turn every goddamn electrical thing on in your car, and walk away. And the car knows to shut everything down so as not to kill your battery. I walk out, nothing's been on. Let me try. Oh, nothing. Doesn't start. What the Oh, you try. You just try in this life, don't you? And you constantly get a big boot in the face.
I was going to say a big wheelchair Fred dildo, right?
Oh, that thing.
Right in the keister.
God damn. What a disgusting display that was.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute.
I bet the thing that's supposed to protect you from getting turned off is what drains your battery.
Yeah.
The little machine that tests everything.
That's
is
probably
what eats your
it.
battery and kills it.
The little gizmo that tells the car to shut down the battery if it's going dead probably killed the battery.
Let's say hi to Dave in Colorado. Dave.
Hey, what's going on?
What's
Hey,
up?
Dave, how was that snow?
Oh, yeah. Eat it, buddy. Hey, where's Anthony this morning? I don't hear him on the radio.
Oh,
I
brother.
hear him in the background, but...
Oh, boy, thank you. Thank you. This is making me feel just dandy.
Is he freaking out? Is he twisting knobs yet?
It's great when
What a
Anthony...
scumbag. Shut up. I hope you die in an avalanche, you prick.
Hey, love you guys, man. Take it easy.
All right, Dave.
Bye, mister.
I love these type of shows because it's very rare that Anthony is just out of his mind at any given time. You can hear a string of curse words you've never heard before. In your life.
I don't understand. If only the alarm went off, I could probably handle the technical glitches.
I was just glad to get back to New York finally because
I know.
mean we've been on the road between vacation and going down to Washington, then Boston. It seemed like a whole month.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just very excited to strap on my rollerblades.
Oh, you bladed here today.
My Solomon inline skates.
Oh.
And that's my new commute now that winter's over. I'm just very happy.
Opie's skating. A smile on his face as he looks up at the spring leaves coming in, and there's me trying to get here in record time.
My commute was exactly 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice commute.
And then I have Master Poe at the front door saying how impressive I am on my skates.
Oh, there you go. A little compliment on your skating prowess.
Well, because you have to go downhill.
That's hard.
To where we broadcast, just a slight downhill, and then I do a casual T stop in front of him.
Really?
And he thinks that's just amazing and impressive.
How do you keep from getting out of control speed going downhill? Do you slalom a little bit?
No.
Or do you point your toes in?
No, you just kind of go with it.
Do you make pizza wedges like they teach you in skiing?
Do some T stops if you have to.
Oh, is that it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, Poe, if you think that's impressive, get in your car and watch me zig in and out of traffic during rush hour.
That's good. That's good. You'll be like that doctor that got hit with the ambulance.
Holy ass. Proving there's no God, by the way.
Yeah, this woman's like this renowned cancer doctor, just saving people's lives.
This lady, I've been reading about her the last couple of days. She was pretty much the top of her field, making a lot of people just, feel as good as they can. They have the big C. And she's been working.
Big casino, Tony.
She's been working miracles with a lot of people, and they've been interviewing a lot of these people that have been cured of their cancer. And you can't find one bad thing about this lady.
No.
She gets hit by an ambulance.
Hit by an ambulance. What irony?
Knocked out. I mean, she won. I mean, like Ann said, top of her field, prestigious, winning all sorts of awards. Mm-hmm. A lot of these patients have said, a lot of these cancer doctors, they don't really give a fuck about you. It's a business like anything else, but this lady really did care about her patients.
Yep.
Really cared.
Wham.
Dead.
Dead. Right there in the crosswalk.
Dead. Just in the crosswalk in an ambulance.
You know what? I got to say.
Just rolls her over. Knocks her over.
I don't know all the details, but if she was standing off the sidewalk in that crosswalk when someone's trying to make a turn like that, I can't put all the blame on the ambulance driver.
Anthony.
These pedestrians in New York?
They're stupid.
Oh my God! I'm in a cardboard tube all of a sudden. What did you just turn? Jesus Christ! Opie, they're turning levels and knobs.
I know. Well, I want to paint the picture. We got tech guys all over the studio right now.
I know, crawling around,
just panicking because they know Ant's going to freak at any moment. It's funny because when I freak,
leave it like that. That'll work for now.
When I freak, people are like it's just Opie's an asshole. But when Anthony freaks, it's a whole different thing that happens. People really get very nervous and on edge.
Yeah,
because they don't expect it from you.
No, and I don't usually do it. It's just I explode like that. I get so pissed off.
Right. Well, people get killed in the crosswalks almost every day here.
Pedestrians in Manhattan are assholes.
Almost every day.
They're a huge inconvenience. There are a certain amount of lanes of traffic that cars are driving in. And some of those lanes are sometimes taken up by pedestrians that instead of being on the sidewalk, they're in the crosswalk waiting to walk across.
Yeah.
And now they're taking up the extreme right lane. They're in there. So when you go to make those turns sometimes, you have to beep and send them back onto the sidewalk. And apparently there was some sun glaring in the ambulance driver's eyes and didn't see. She must have been standing in the crosswalk. She wasn't on the curb. So she turned and wham. Not even hit with the bumper and then thrown like some of those things, just hit with the tires.
Yeah.
Oh, when you're hit with the tires, it's over, Johnny.
Of course.
Especially in an ambulance.
I'm getting really distracted because one of the
problem?
text guys is giving me the signal like... well, your mic is cut off. Is that what he was telling me to do, is to cut your mic? All right, Jimmy's out. Jimmy's out.
Jimmy, out. Done.
Hey, it was nice working with you. Back to Opie and Anthony.
There you go.
It was all about us anyway.
Back to the old days.
Thank
you
God.
got a phone, Opie? Let's make a prank phone call. We'll make it like the olden days.
All right, it's going to be a little weird today, guys. I just like we told you when we were in Boston yesterday.
Yeah. We have excuses for every day.
Well, that's nice, though, because now we can tell people to look forward to tomorrow's show.
Right.
Now we'll get some good shit.
It's always something to look forward to on this show.
Yeah.
Always something better the next day.
Jimmy's just sitting there with his arms folded. Are you sad, happy?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Sure, they'll get fixed.
All right.
You know what? I was always... When they said they were fixing everything, I was like, that's great, and I have total faith that things will get fixed. But I was very skeptical that you can test things without being on the air. I feel that is completely impossible and unrealistic.
Well, they kind of told us that, though.
You cannot So, you know something? I think it would have been very clever and almost, entertaining and funny to have a test show.
With tech guys?
Where just tech guys get on and you tune in on channel and you hear, test, does this work? What does this sound like? Like, what not? You could do that for a half hour just to see what it sounds like.
You know what? I was ready to say I'd rather watch paint dry, that old gag.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm with you on that.
It would kind of be...
I would be tuning into that.
I would tune into the tech guy test show.
Yeah.
Just do it. Maybe even 10 minutes. And then if they need to fix something, you pop back on a bit, you tinker with it, and then you're back on for 10 more minutes. Just to test it out, because I do not feel you can test things unless you're actually on the air doing it. Because now, look, our levels have to be way up in order for us to even be heard.
Yeah, but they're doing something over here.
Over there? That screen that I can't see whatsoever? I don't even know what you're looking at, Opie. Opie's got screens in front of him. I can't even see him.
Don't worry, you don't want to see
He's looking at level. He's like you're looking. And
don't worry. It just makes me look important. I have no
idea.
I have no idea what it does. I have no clue. But guests come in and they see these things around me and go, wow, he must be the brains of the operation. Look at all those things he's responsible for.
Things. It makes people think if they come in here that had an inkling that they wanted to get into radio.
Yeah.
They go, well, I wanted to. It seemed easy, but I don't know what that is. I can't just sit down and do radio.
How many years does it take to figure out that thing?
To learn that thing. I don't even know what is that.
I have no idea.
It's like a round thing. What?
Dude, I don't know.
Whoa! You have something that looks like a boat radar. That's all I can explain. It looks like boat radar. What are you tracking there? Is there a storm? Is that a Doppler 5000?
I think there's a cold front moving in, Anthony. I don't know. I swear I have no idea. You know what I do, though? Every once in a while, I'll look over at it, though. Look over at it.
I see.
Okay,
look,
good.
All right, that
good,
thing is...
Good. So.
Flux capacitor is fluxing.
All right, why don't we take a break? Because I think they want to work on a few levels.
Well, let me just hear this.
Ooh, you sound a lot nicer.
Does it sound better?
I got to turn you down a little bit.
What happened, Jimmy?
My big debut. Mars went down, and I still sound terrible to myself, though.
To yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just sound-wise, but content.
Is that it? Yeah, can you do something about that?
Yeah.
Can you change what comes out of my mouth to be funny?
Yeah, could you install a funny bone as well as fixing the pads on this?
Take out wrenched ankle. Funny bone.
Yeah, it still sounds weird to me.
Yeah, I need my
okay with me?
I need my funny meter changed over here.
Yeah, do you have a funny meter over there?
Obviously not.
That isn't peaking.
That's a little...
The levels are low on the funny meter today.
My levels on my funny meter have been low for a long time.
That's not true.
Could someone fix that for me? All right.
I'm just talking for a second to hear if it sounds okay. It still sounds a little bit underwater, no?
People want to know if Don Geronimo was driving that ambulance. That's very funny.
Okay.
Killer.
All right, we're back in New York City. It's the Opie and Anthony program. And
Murderer.
And we got Lewis Black calling in today.
Ooh.
He's too lazy to come in. Old friend Lewis Black, I guess he has a new book out, and he'll talk about that today on the
Is
program.
he in New York? Will he be calling from blocks away? No, okay, because that wouldn't be... He would have no excuse for that.
His publicist actually did say when he was promoting his book he would contact the radio show.
Yeah, and he's promoting his book, and he'll be in.
Cool.
But he did call.
Oh,
he called earlier.
Cool.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Ben.
He will be in the studio in a couple of weeks. He's just on this book tour and he's flying all over the place and all that.
All right, well,
that's
good.
He is coming in when he's actually in town for a while.
All right.
So, I know
Thank
he's
you,
been
Ben.
bouncing all over the place.
Ben, I have a question. Do you drive?
Yes, I drive.
You have a license?
Not that often. Yeah, I have a
Not that
driver's
often.
license. Not that often. I have a car. I just
You have
never
a
use
car
it.
and everything?
I have a car, yeah.
Where do you keep that?
Across the street from my house, which
In
is
Manhattan?
retarded. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Are you constantly changing... a parking garage, or do you have
parking
to park on the
garage?
street?
No. That's stupid. Your car will get broken. He does that. Opie does that. I don't.
Well, yeah, sort of, when the car's in the city.
Yeah. I've seen
Because
too
that
many
whole
windows
changing
broken.
back and forth, alternate side parking crime that they pull on you here in the city.
Well, I'll get my car back out to Long Island the next couple of days. I mean, but yeah, right now because I drove to Boston, it's in the city. But
Stop with Long Island, please.
I like the Long Island thing.
Thanks.
Long Island is very nice. Getting into it back and forth from the city is a pain in the ass unless you do it when it's still dark out. But Long Island is very pleasant.
How do you guys? I drive one time out there, and I just wanted to cut my own throat on the LA.
I understand the driving part, but the pleasure of living. Do you know what a weekend is like out on Long Island? It's wonderful. Birds are tweeting. I look out my window. Do you know what we got at the house, Opie?
Oh my God!
We got
what the hell is happening to you? I don't even.
Little bird feeder, and we stuck it on the back window, and the little cardinals and birds tweet, and they grab little sunflower seeds, and you go, ooh, look, there's a little Tweety bird out the window. And the squirrels try to get to it, but they can't jump that high, but gosh darn it, they try. And they walk up, and sometimes the birds drop some of the little seeds, and the squirrels come up and eat some of the seeds, and it's a perfect little suburban day.
You do realize you used to have threesomes, right?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know what.
I just want to wake you up a little bit.
I'm looking
the fuck is wrong with you?
Looking at birds out my back window, Opie. Could you hear this?
Shoot me. Shoot me. You know how that should have went? There's a little bird outside the window. Get the bat.
I'm not saying that there aren't other things to do, but it just conjures up. It's that suburban living on a weekend when you're not commuting into the city or something. It's very pleasant.
It lowers your blood pressure to.
It's wonderful
to watch the birds feed.
You hear the little children playing in another yard somewhere, a few houses away.
Maybe a dog barking in the distance.
Little dog bark. Maybe you hear a couple of the landscapers. Doing a lawn down the street, the smell of cut grass filling the neighborhood. That's nice. Not a black person to be seen. Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't have gone that far. I'm teasing, of course. Shut up.
Oh, my God.
That's the wonder of suburban living, Opie. Out far from the city. Oh, close enough to work. But on the weekends, you just want to remove yourself from, may I say, the hustle and bustle of city life and just sit there. Maybe I'm sitting on my back deck. Honey, could you get me an ice-cold iced tea? And I kick back and watch the birds. Watch the children bicycle down the street. Watch everyone of the same race, creed, and color enjoying country life. Perhaps you can light up a Lucky Strike cigarette. The wonders of suburban living, Jimmy. That's why I live out on Long Island. The commute, sure, that's a bad thing. But it's the weekends I look forward to. The sights and smells of wonderful country living. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Beaver! Beaver! This song does conjure up nice living, doesn't it?